I have a question for you. What does it feel like to be misunderstood? I've been having this experience for the last few weeks and honestly, on and off over my whole life. And I'm noticing it a lot in conversations that I'm having recently, and just even in myself and how I'm feeling when someone is speaking to me. But I'm really starting to notice an aspect that wants to clarify or help someone understand better where I'm coming from or what I mean. And so, an example of this would be like I'm having a conversation with someone, and maybe they start to reflect back to me what they hear me saying or what they think that I'm trying to get at. And they have often a piece of wisdom or something that they want to impart, that they want to get across to me. And so they start this by saying, I hear you saying blah, blah, blah. And immediately what happens for me is I tend to want to correct what is being said in the very first piece, especially if someone is putting words in my mouth or trying to reflect what I had just been saying in fewer words or in so many words. And the experience is like, oh, they're saying something that they think I said, but that's not quite what I said. So now I want to correct them and clear that up, make sure that we're on the same page or that they understand me. And what this means is I'm energetically not present for what they are saying. I'm actually kind of just like in the last video, we were talking about that first layer of process, that automatic part of ourselves that wants to respond in a certain way or just take something at face value. And so this is happening, I'm noticing, in conversations as well. So if I'm sharing something with somebody and a message is there, sometimes the word choice or the way that I'm starting that delivery is where someone can get stuck, and they might want to let me know with more clarity to clear that part up. But then what's happening is the actual message of what I was saying, or the actual message of what this person is trying to share with me, we're not getting there. I'm not allowing it in. They're not allowing it in. And so I really believe that at this time we are being challenged to, as I said, challenge yourself, challenge the way you do things. Look at how you are doing and how you are being. And this just means to observe it while it's going on. So while I'm in conversation with someone and they're speaking to me about myself, especially, I can notice the part of me that wants to interject, fix, seeking to be understood. God forbid I'm misunderstood. It's almost like it's a reactionary part of the self that feels at threat if I'm not understood correctly or if they're not getting it right. It's like, I don't know what I believe the risk might be of them misunderstanding. That's another part to look at. But I can also just observe the part that wants to fix it, wants to interject. And I'm sure some of my loved ones are watching this and going, oh yeah, I know when she does that to me. Because especially when it comes to people that are closest to us, our partners or our closest friends or family, these people speaking for us and assuming that they know what we meant and speaking our words back to us can be more affronting than, say, a coach or a stranger or someone who we're not as reliant on them knowing us. It doesn't cost as much if the stranger gets it wrong or doesn't quite know me. I might actually have more space and room to listen to the stranger and have their wisdom impart on me without getting too bent out of shape or caught in the part of me that needs it to be said just right or reflect that they understand me truly. So I wanted to bring this up today and to talk about it because I think it is exceptionally powerful to become aware of ourselves and what we do and how we respond to people and situations, and how who you're talking to can it change that. Your attachment to whether or not they understand you is based on how close they are to you and what role they play in your life. And I believe that there's a great opportunity in this to become more present, to notice that we want to interject or update people's understanding before we'll allow them to share something with us that they feel is important, for example. And so again, letting things, observing, noticing the wish to provide more information, and just seeing if we can get back into presence with their message, to see if we can really let in to a deeper level what someone's trying to say. What are they actually sharing with us? Because a lot of times that initial piece, it feels important to our personality, it feels important to the part of us that wants to be understood. But if we kept listening, if we let it go a little deeper, we might find that the message they're really sharing is bang on or really wise and helpful. And or we might get to the end of what they're saying and be able to share with them that we were triggered at the beginning by something that we felt was a misunderstanding, or we might be able to add more information from a place of sharing more about ourselves and how we think, and letting them see something deeper. So I'm very curious to know, is this something that you notice in yourself? And if not, what would it be like to observe the parts of us that are ready to respond and react? I love that word, react. React, to act again, which means we're bringing in the past. We think we know, we're familiar with that feeling. We're bringing it all back into this moment. And, we just don't want to be misunderstood again like we have been in the past. We just want to make sure people understand who we are and what we mean, and that, all of those things. So anyways, hope you're having a beautiful day. And I'd love to know if this is something you're watching for in yourself, or how this strikes you.